Bangladesh, he was in East Timor, he was in Chile. I'm talking, you know what I'm talking about. That cut down on the population of those places, didn't it? He's never said in public that he's in favor of that, but he wrote a book praising himself. And then there's a guy named Don Sutherland, and when I was in Ireland a couple of weeks ago, his picture was in all the main press, and there's 4 press there, and he is speaking as an Irish European Community Commissioner. Big wheel, very big wheel. And he says, vote no when you paralyze Europe. That's what he was saying in the headline. Who else is Don Sutherland? Don Sutherland is the European Director of the Trilateral Commission. And in his previous existence, which he has not left, he is Goldman Sachs, Goldman Sachs, Goldman Sachs, Goldman Sachs. We're going to get back to Goldman Sachs at some point. Well, let me just get there now. Goldman Sachs is the one brokerage house banker in Wall Street that didn't get hit with the subprime. In fact, they bet against it. They made money on the downside. Banker with Goldman Sachs. If this doesn't chill you to the bone, what would? Okay, there's another guy you've heard of. His name is Black, Conrad or something like that. Have you heard of him? Yeah. Now, I don't know when visiting hours are, but you may or may not want to go and consult him. He's a bankster, and he's a Bilderberger. Never heard of Bilderbergers? Never read Esterlin's book? Daniel Esterlin studied the Bilderberger group for 15 years. He comes from Spain and Canada, 2 countries. And took some pictures, put his life at risk, because these guys are the top people in power in the world, in corporations and in governments. And they've met in secret since 1954. Kissinger's been there every time, I think. Goldman Sachs been represented every time. I don't know, can't say every time. But then certain things happen, like the oil industry is well represented in 1972. What happened after that? See what I'm saying? Like, these are secret, and if there's media there, they're sworn to secrecy, and they maintain that, or they're never get whacked, I guess, or never invited back, or all those heavy things. That's what Bilderbergers are, and the people that I have named here are all Bilderbergers. Peter Lougheed is too. You out in Alberta. While you're in Alberta, check out Anne McClellan, Jason Kenney in the present Parliament, Wendy Dobson, John Manley. Now there's another Deputy Prime Minister, same as Anne McClellan. He headed the task force, bringing the North American continent into one country. Wendy Dobson, I said. Frank McKenna, you heard that name? He's a maritimer. Well, he's with TD Bank now, but he was ambassador to the US. He's a Bilderberger. Paul Desmarais, you know who Paul Desmarais is? Power Corp? John knows. Who all is he, John?
Well, my daughter worked for him.
Long 100 years ago. Yes, Power is the right name, isn't it, Norma? Power Corp, Power Financial. Yeah. Great West Life, Investors Group. London Life was merged in, and Prudential before that, and yeah, and he has a major interest in Belgium and finance. He's Bilderberger. So is Nixon with the Royal Bank. So is Ed Walker, Toronto Dominion. They were at the 2006 meeting of the Bilderbergs in Canada, in Ottawa. What's happened since 2006? Dare we relate, dare we connect any of these dots? No, I haven't mentioned all the US ones that are always there. The Kravitzes are there, male and female, and KKR is one of the big investment banks that does leverage buyouts and private equity funding and hedges. Hedges, they're called. The hedge funds that are essentially unregulated. And other ones I can't even pronounce. But it's a big new Brzezinski. That's my try at him. He's always there. Podhertz, Zulik. Zulik is the guy that was chairing the 9/11 Commission. But you know who was suggested first for the 9/11 Commission that would investigate what happened?
Henry Kissinger.
Henry Kissinger, right on. I'd suggest he knew more about it than anybody else. So he was the right one to cover it up. And then there's the Wolfowitz and Wolfenson at the International Monetary Fund. Anyway, that's enough banksters, right? Now you want some names of trustworthy exposers. Wow, are there any of those? Can anybody here name somebody that's dare enough to, what's the dramatic way of putting this? Yes, call the spade nothing less.
Maynard.
You know one of those?
Rock Maynard.
Yeah, one's on my list. I'll give you my list, and then I'm very interested in being added to. I want to start with U.S. ones. I mentioned David Ray Griffin, okay? There's a good one. Alex Jones, who has a TV program, Planet, what's it called?
PrisonPlanet.tv.
Okay, there's a dandy. Tom Feely. Tom Feely does something called Information Clearinghouse. News you won't find on CNN. Very responsible stuff. Aaron Russo, he's a filmmaker, and he did From Freedom to Fascism. That's pretty daring, isn't it? And then there's a guy that's a special friend of mine because I'm a little bit Irish from my mother's side. His name is Patrick Fitzgerald. Patrick Fitzgerald. You never heard the name before? And you're not Conrad Black. He prosecuted Conrad Black. And before that, he prosecuted Scooter Libby. That's who Patrick Fitzgerald is. I stand in awe of that man. Okay, in Canada, we've got some goodies in Canada. Trustworthy people. Barry Zwicker certainly is. Paul Roberts is. Ian Woods. Ian Woods edits the Global Outlook. You may want to buy one or more of these. I've got 3 here that I brought with me. And Global Outlook has studied 9/11 since 2001. On every other month they publish on this. I focused on it. And you have yet to see this on your newsstand. Do you know why? Why? I went to find out, so I know. Rupert Murdoch's News Corp won't distribute it. Didn't tell you about Rupert Murdoch, but do I need to? He now owns the Wall Street Journal and Barron's magazine, which I've depended on as honest data and hilarious editorials that are neocon further right than I can reach. But with him owning, I don't know where you get solid